Hello everyone, this is Genoda. Welcome back to our Let's Play SimCity. So this is going to be the sequel to the previous video where we talked about the origins of this city that I started not too long ago. And so currently we're making a decent amount of money with, let's check the budget, the city budget. We're making money off of our mega towers, and then we added an Omega Co as well, and that's really generating most of the income that you see at this net positive over here. Residential, commercial, industrial, you get the typical taxes and all and whatnot, but generally I'm trying to get people not to abandon the industrial zone. However, what prompted me to make this video, since the city isn't quite finished yet, was this is literally the river of criminals. Look at this. These are all criminals coming from the other cities, and they are literally just marching through in their cars, stuck in traffic, luckily, through this tunnel under here, and yeah, I don't know which city they're gonna hit. It's probably going to be mine and the other guy's city over here. And so, what I would like to note is that I have sort of finished solving the traffic problem more so at night. I mean, right now this is like, I guess, rush hour. Yeah, 4 o'clock is about rush hour. But, point being is that at some point this becomes green, which is actually pretty abnormal, since the other city that I built is pretty much day and night. It will always be red. People will always be stuck in traffic. But what I've noticed with this city is that it actually stays green at night. So once we get there, we can actually see that that would be the case. One of the big things that changed since the last video is I added a bus terminal here. I noticed that having too much commercial at the, I guess, the entrance of the city literally causes a lot of traffic. But what's great about this is that people can actually just drive in and park their cars here and then continue on. So let me show you. Bus terminals are great for tourists. So you have the low, medium, and high. Low and medium people, low and medium wealth tourists can just park in here, take the bus, and be on their merry way. You can see that there are a ton of medium wealth tourists here at the Zimik landmark, as well as the Empire State Building, which I just built. It's pretty sweet. You get all different types, so you get low, wealth, and high. To visit this building, and you can see that the income coming from this is actually pretty good, about 5,000 per hour, which is also helping keep this a net positive. And we're running at triple X speed, still kind of waiting. It's currently at night, but traffic is still flowing pretty heavily. But perhaps once it gets later in the night, things would change. But you can see that there are just a ton of tourists just like grouping up in this one tiny street. But basically you can see all of the tourist activity in the city right now. People come in, bus terminal over here, and then they visit some of the commercial zones that I have set up. Not entirely zones, but there's a few shops here and there. Oh wait, these are hotels. Haha! That's new. I haven't seen this before. That's actually really good. There's hotels, but I mean there's definitely some commercial shops around here as well. And we also have the air blimp now. Well, I think we had the air blimp in the last one too. Not entirely sure. But actually pretty cool to see that there are hotels. But since we're already here, let's take a look at the city at night. We're at like 4 AM right now. You can see that I have built 2 additional mega towers, 2 elite mega towers, and 1 low wealth apartment complex, which is inspired by that movie, The Raid Redemption, which, if you are into action movies, I highly recommend that, as that will make you very, very happy if you like action movies, martial arts, and whatnot. So one of the things that I did, more or less to experiment, was to increase the air pollution on this industrial zone. I was like, alright, let's do it. But what I forgot when I was doing this was that there's, air pollution goes this way. But since this is the Raid Redemption Tower right here, the pollution will make a lot more sense. If you see the movie, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. However, let's get out of that. And I think traffic has cleared. Yes! Yes, indeed it has. Okay, so it hasn't cleared off this highway. Or has it? Actually, it looks like highway traffic is actually moving. But a lot of it, this actually turns green at some point. Like, this entire street is completely green, but this entranceway is clear, so that's a good start. And I do want to check out the criminals. Where did they go? Oh, look, the river of criminals is still here. Literally. Just stuck in traffic. Those guys. Really just hang out. And there's actually a lot of police vehicles on the highway as well. But enough of that. Let's look outside, and we also finished building the space center. It brings in tourists into the city, so it helps, but I think it also brings in a lot of criminals, as some of the criminals that are coming from where did that go? From here, like they're not all there. I mean, some of them are coming from the space center, that city, and I think a lot from this city, but I'm not entirely sure about that. But since I did not get the chance to show you guys last time, I'm going to visit this city. I actually have not seen this city myself personally, but let's explore together so we can kind of get a good glimpse of what's going on in this region. Oh wow, this city looks really, really nice. And let's see, we got trains here, got some wind power. Let's check out the residential zones are. Okay, large residential zone here, some commercial kind of blocked off over here, so people have to travel, drive. Super awesome windmill. It's also upgraded versions of it, which requires control nets, hydropower pumps, train station, which is only a 12-minute wait instead of like a bajillion, like in my city where it is literally a bajillion. So this is a very heavy industrial, supposedly a very heavy industrial city, because, as I'll show you in a moment, these guys ship out a lot of industrial products and a lot of freight shipments. So we have an Omega Co. What is this called? Omega Co. HQ. So let's check out kind of Omega Co. this guy has. Making 20 grand from Spray Sweet. And let's see. What do they have? Ah, they have an extraction pod, I believe is what this is called. So this basically sucks out all of the oil or ore from the ground, and then you just need to connect it using a pipe. And it looks like from here. Actually, that's pretty neat. What I can do is, yep, so it's ore right now. So if I go here, or there's an ore map right here. So, I don't see the giant circle, but I'm sure there's plenty of ore coming out of that. And it looks like they're making is these my expenses or theirs? Yep, definitely theirs. They're making a lot of money from Megaco and from residential and all the other. So very good profit margins for this guy. Let's check crime. Crime is very low. So this city is nice. Very, very low density, but very low crime as well. So let's go back to my city and check out some of the things that I was talking about earlier with the freight shipments. Kind of see what goes where in terms of shipments and whatnot. So we just go to the region view. So we have a lot of people traveling, commuting between. So I have about 500 people visiting here, and about only 15 people coming to my city. Wow. No shoppers anywhere. Interesting. That is a first. So earlier when I did this, I was getting 900 freight shipments from this city. But for some reason, that's not showing up anymore. Education, everyone's coming to my city for education, 800. Wow, 400. So roughly, I want to say, roughly 2,000 regional. Mass transit is ridiculous. I mean, we have buses going everywhere. One airship connection. We have pretty much every connection under the sun between these two cities, and they're only showing how many connections there are. So there's 4 cities currently connecting to my city. We're just buying power. Ooh. Oh, hold on. What happened? Oh no, it's fine. I'm just buying water and all the other sewage stuff, and sending out recycling out. And I think that's it in terms of these guys right here. And traffic is still kind of but there is a chance for it to actually simmer down. Alright. So there's another city called New York here. And let's see if this is the place that's causing all of the traffic. However, you'll notice that this city actually looks pretty cool. In the sense that there is a lot of high density buildings here. And there is a lot of residential demand for some reason. Even though there's, look at this is like an island of high density streetcar buildings. Which, in the previous city that I built, I think you guys noticed that there were a lot of high density buildings there as well. However, what we decided to do instead was, in this city, at least in this region, the city that I built is trying to go for the medium density route, which I think has worked out pretty well. I mean, our population is higher because we have the mega towers, but this city can definitely have a much larger population than mine if you were to build mega towers as well. So he has the circle of life right here. Industrial, really large industrial zone. So I'm not sure why they weren't shipping things over. Strange. University as well. Okay, let's go into the key points that I want to look at. What? There's no crime here? I figured this place would be criminal land. Alright, well, it is not. So, aside from looking at the city, which is very industrialized, a lot of high buildings, very high density building. Oh no, not building. High density city. Alright, let's go back to my city. And we're going to check out the last city as well, just so that we are being very thorough in showing kind of like the region, because I kind of forgot about doing that in the last video. And just showing you guys that river of criminals was was very well worth it to make this second video. And then there will be a follow-up once I finish the other city, or rather once I finish this city, so that you can see the maximum potential that I can unlock. Alright, so this city is... oh, wow! This city is all residential. This is Residentialville. Yes, that is what I'm gonna call it, Residentialville. That's literally all there is. And I think these are just medium streets, or low density streets. Maybe medium density. What the hell? Okay, maybe medium density. Oh, actually no, it's low density. Yeah, all low density streets. 50,000 population, so basically this guy just made lines and lines and lines of things. Added an airport, actually has a fair amount of tourists. Lots of water in hotel, if you any sense. Bus terminal, let's see. Wow, bus terminal, not bad. Oh, look, he also has the Empire State Building, but not making as much money as my city. Oh, there's crime. There's crime everywhere. Oh, this guy has a lot of crime. Yep, Empire State. I'm surprised they didn't have the Empire State Building anywhere. If they did, I just didn't notice. But everyone surprisingly is all enrolled in education. Oh wait, they have community college. Okay. There is still a fire. Is there a fire brigade? Yes there is, okay. Is there a health brigade? Oh yes, there is. Well, just like one clinic in the hospital. Which is not bad. Garbage has... ooh, lots of ground pollution though. And let's see, one other thing I wanted to check was, oh yes, public transportation is pretty good, and yeah, this is the last city within the region that at least that we know of are directly associated with ours. But you can also see that this is, I believe, what city is this? This is my city? Oh snap, that is my city. Wow. That's my city, and then that's... wait, hold on, that's not my city. This is my city. There we go. I was like, it looks kind of like my city because it had like this bridge here. But no. That's the New York one. This is my city because it has the towers and all that. And it also has like a giant bridge over there, much bigger. And then that's the mole town. And oh wow, these guys have a great view of. These guys have a great view of the space station, which you can't actually see when you like, zoom in near there. But yeah, so like when he's playing, you can actually see launches and stuff. I presume. But yeah, here it is, the 4 cities, 1, 2, 3, 4 cities within this region, that at least directly connect to each other, so, yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, and thank you guys all for watching. See you next time.